Hey you guys, it's your girl wavy.kodah and I am back with another video, and this is a makeup tutorial as you can see so far. And right now I'm just going in with a primer. I'm talking about with a primer, girl, with a moisturizer, y'all get it. I'm going in with a moisturizer all over her skin. Now I didn't want to touch her face and rub on her skin. Some people's skin are really sensitive, so I just went in with a small brush so I can really get into those spaces that I cannot reach, especially around her nose area. She tends to get a little dry, so I definitely want to make sure I apply that moisturizer. Now with these two shades, I'm really just trying to shade match what works best for her. I'm going in with two different shades and I mixed those two. One had more of a pinkish undertone and one had more of a neutral undertone. I mixed those two and applied them. Now a lot of people see the shade go on, especially like this situation, and they get scared like, girl, she about to have me walking out here looking casket sharp. And no, I'm not. As much as y'all don't want to look like that, I don't want y'all telling y'all homegirls that I made you look like that, okay? My name is key. It's everything. You don't want to be out here people like, she had me looking, girl, don't go to her. No. So when I'm doing stuff like this, y'all just let me work. Do not be scared, because the final result, y'all gonna be like, yeah, she did that. I know, I knew, I believed in me all along. So I really just want to make sure that she had more of a lifted look for this type of look that I'm doing today. I really didn't want to have anything too heavy or too dark on her skin, so I did not go in with the cream concealer as her contour shade. I went in with a foundation that was maybe like a few shades deeper than her actual shade, and I went around the border of her face, and really where I wanted her cheeks to pop, I went in with that around her face, and then I cut her jawbone so it could be like sharp, okay, precise, killer sharp. So I went in, and after I did that, I really just went in with the foundation brush and started in those areas, and I started to blend. With this look, blending is key. Y'all have to blend that makeup. I be seeing some of y'all like, I ain't gonna judge what somebody say. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all, okay? Because y'all don't be blending. That's one thing that really gets me through a lot of my processes. The brush is number one, and also the blending number two. Be patient. I be seeing so many people trying to rush. I be like, girl, you pay your hard-earned money to sit in this chair, okay? I'm gonna make sure you be, okay? I know y'all see how I matched that neck with her face, okay? I know y'all see that foundation match, honey. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. Just keep watching, keep watching. I know y'all probably looking like, she's still blending. Yes, I'm still blending. Okay, so now we're moving on to the nose. I used to be so scared to do this step because I feel like I was either gonna make it too dark, too unrealistic. And a lot of my clients don't ask for that pinch nose. They like, just give me something that will look like I would normally have it. Don't make it look unrealistic. And that's what I do. I make it look natural. So as you can see, I really just brought that shade up into her brow. That gives you that seamless look. Bring it up and pull it into the brow bone. And as you drag that up, you see I'm blending out the sides and it just starting to come together. Yes. So I'm going in with some concealer under the eye. And this really plays a part in the nose contour because I like to drag that up. Some people leave it dark around the edges. I like to go back in and make sure it's bright enough to look natural. So I'm just going in with some concealer. And I know they like to do this new trend where they just place a little dot and drag it up. No, girl. We gonna do the whole shebang over here. So I basically just put 2 triangles under her eyes and putting it everywhere I really want her to be highlighted and lifted. Now I'm just gonna go in and blend again. We finna get to blending. Y'all gonna be tired of me blending, but I'ma do it, honey. This is how we get that seamless look. And you see how I'm really blending it upwards? I want her to have that lifted look. Y'all gonna see. Keep watching. Okay, so now we're moving on. I don't use cream blushes, but I'm trying to try new stuff. So I actually like this. I tried it on myself and I was not a fan. Maybe it was the shade, but I put this cream blush really on the both of her cheeks, and I really liked how this came because this pigment really shined through once I put the powder over it. And you really want to set your foundation and everything, the base of the face, really good, so when you get to doing powders you don't really have to do much. So I'm waiting to do that nose last, and I'm just going in with that cream concealer, and it really just made her cheeks pop. I'm not even gonna lie, I loved how that looked. So now I'm just going in with a smaller brush, really like an eyeshadow brush. But hey, whatever worked for me, I use. So I'm going in and really just blending that out. And going in with some more. Remember how I said I like to apply that lighter concealer shade around it? You see, because they just leave it dark. I don't like how that look. It's hard to explain, but y'all see what I'm doing. Okay, moving on. I am going to take my setting powder with my powder puff and tap that in until it melts. Now, I know a lot of people like to bake. I'm not one of the people. I'm just tell y'all now. I don't like to bake. I like to really go in my powder puff and really just tap it into the skin. It really gives me that melted, seamless finish that I'm looking for. So if y'all use sponges and brushes, then that's cool, but Try y'all a powder puff. Y'all gonna be hooked. Go in and you tap that into the skin. You gonna get every crease, crevice, nick, and cranny you could think of. And I just go in and I tap that into the skin, and it be having them looking flawless, okay? Now, in my defense, this is the only time y'all gonna catch me baking anything. That's the nose. And I'm gonna go in with a small eyeshadow brush and really just clean up that line. So, I don't know why I didn't look up at the phone, but I had went through doing brows and everything and was not recording. So, we're just gonna start off eyeshadow. So, I went and I did not. Now, I'm trying new methods. I normally would, but I didn't go and carve out the bottom of her brows with concealer. I just went and put like a little bit of concealer all over and started my eyeshadow process. So I'm going in with some neutrals. I love neutral tone eyeshadow palettes. So I will use browns all day. So I'm going in and just blending that brown shade into her brow bone and going into her nose. As you can see, all of that is kind of just smooth. Now I'm going over her lid with a lighter nude tone. I wanted to kind of create like a fox eye, but like put my own spin on it. This was my first time trying something like that, and I was like, okay, we're gonna see what it do. Now, I'm gonna go in with like a real deep brown and start to build on that look. Okay, now I ain't gonna lie, I got a little crazy with that black eyeshadow right there. I was like, oh, you took that a little too high, but we're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna blend. We're gonna blend and work it out. Okay, so I wanted that sharp cutting line. So I know I laid down powders and I'm going over with concealer. Be extremely light with this. You see I keep wiping that brush on the back of my hand. I'm trying to make sure I have as least product as possible. And I'm gonna go in and now I'm gonna blend that out, but I'm just going over her lid and making sure I add some of that pigment back onto her lid. Now I'm going in and blending out. You have to be so very careful because you're putting concealer over powder. Long as you're being extremely light with it, you should be fine. So I'm just going in and blending that out. So I took me a little online class and I found this tip. She goes in and literally places, you have to be so light because if you put too much, it's going to look crazy. You have to go in with that concealer brush. Now, I used to be lazy and just spread it all over. You have to be very precise. Go in with like a skinny concealer brush and put it just on the end of that brow bone. It's going to give it that highlighted, lifted look you really want. Now y'all basically just about to see me repeat the same steps on the other eye. So I'm just extending that part in her inner corner to make it appear wider and longer, and going in her waterline and dragging that in a little bit. So I'm going in with my white eyeliner and putting some of that in her waterline just to open her up a little bit. You know, you want that baby doll effect. You gotta really put the little white eyeliner. It's gonna give you that effect. Y'all be so scared on poke, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I be thinking in the back of my head like, please don't put this girl in the eye, please. So now I'm going in with my mascara and just really, she got real long bottom lashes, so I'm really just giving her that extended effect. I tried to do the bottom lashes on her, but I'm like, girl, you got enough. You don't need all that. So now I just want to warm her up just a little bit. And I didn't want to go too dark or make no real harsh contour on her. So I just went in real light just to give her some warmth to her tone. Now, I have not put no blush on yet. Do y'all see how that cream blush is shining through? Yes, for the pigment. Okay, guys. So now I am going over with some peachy tone blushes and just giving a little extra, you know. So here I'm going with my powder puff and I'm really just cutting that jaw so I can get, like I said, I want that lifted look, so I did not want it to just be like flat. No, you want to see the dimensions of her face. You want to see, hey, under the eye, that's that highlighted part. You want to see on the cheek, that blush pop. You want to see on that jawbone, it's sharp, honey, it's cut. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was not always a fan of this method. It's really because I did not know the shade of your powder plays a part, and also how you blend it out. I used to be like, why I can still see this white chalky line across their jaw? It don't look right. Girl, because you wasn't blending it out enough. You gotta blend. This is what I keep trying to tell y'all. So to really get that off, you gotta really go in and blend that powder off. So I'm going in with my setting spray. All of y'all swear up and down, this spray smells so good. I don't know what it is. Each and every one of y'all, oh my God, this smells so good. Good, girl, because I'm about to drench your face in it. So right here, I'm just really going in, doing my final touches on everything, going over things that I may have missed or did not see before, and just making sure everything is seamless and flawless and melted. So I'm going in with my highlight. Now, I used to put the highlight too high. You know that trend where everybody was like, put it on your cheekbone. This is not a one for all thing. Everybody's cheekbones is not in the same place, okay? So I went in on her nose, on her forehead, on her cupid's bow, and on her chin. Everybody don't like highlights, so be mindful. I definitely ask my clients. Moving on to the lips. A lot of people like to ask me, oh, what shade is that? What shade is that? Girl, it's not one shade. It's about 5-6 different shades that I done mixed and matched to make this ombre lip, okay, honey? Trust the process. You would be so surprised. Like 75% of my makeup clients do not know how to blot. I be like, blot y'all. They get to rub it. What is you doing? Don't rub blot. Okay, so at this point, I wasn't really liking how the lip was coming out. So I'm like, okay, let me go in and define that lip more with the darker shade. And that's what really did it. Do y'all see the back of my pole hand by the end of this beat? Do y'all see that hand, y'all? It got about 5 different glosses, 3-4 different concealers, 2 different foundations, y'all. So after I set her face for the last time, I really just went back in and just made sure everything was pressed into the skin. 3, 2, 1, and boom. I know, I did that. I told y'all to trust the process. Now, y'all might have doubted me, but now y'all know. She is giving vanilla swirl, honey. She's giving, honey, and I did what needed to be done. Tune in if y'all want to see some more of these videos. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Tune in next time. Mwah.